I'm late and I apologize, but what to do, folks? I'm back to a YouTube ghost journey. Pretty sure this is week 51, bro. The week before we're actually doing this for a whole year. And I was actually supposed to send this picture over before this recording, but I forgot to. But I have a couple of new news. Now, let's go over the basics. Still working on a wedlock video. Sort of trying to, well, not trying to, but I feel like I haven't been able to work as hard as I usually do, but I'm gonna get into as to why. It's because I've been focusing more on short form. Pretty sure I talked about this in the last few videos where I pretty much mentioned that I'm gonna take a step away from streaming and focus more on short clips, which has been taking a pretty good turn. I think I made this decision like a month ago or a couple of weeks ago now, and recently, I'm pretty sure like last week actually, because it's Monday now, I had a series that popped off, a YouTube short series. It popped off first on Instagram, then started on YouTube, but funnily enough, it's doing pretty bad on TikTok. But it's actually me basically doing a whole rating of which Pokemon got the N-word pass. Sounds funny as fuck, but here's the short story. I saw this one TikTok way back, and he basically was doing the same concept, except it was for Kingdom Hearts. And I remember I was just doing dishes, you know, and I got this random thought, man. I'm like, why don't you do that same idea for Pokemon, you know? Let me just drink this water, hold on. But yes, why don't you just do that idea for Pokemon? So I wrote that, so I stopped doing dishes, wrote that shit down my fucking wet ass fingers, and continued. And I got back to it like a day or later or some shit. When I got to it, edited it, posted it, and within the first few hours on Instagram, it started like it got like 10k views. I'm like, oh shit. I was thinking, oh shit. Within like 6 hours, something got 10k views. I'm like, this is a really good indicator, and this will probably pop the fuck off. So I went to bed, and now as I was sitting in bed, I was like, yeah, this shit better get big. I was like, this shit better be getting like 100k views. Woke up, bam, I think it was like 110k. Woke up with like 100 plus followers, because on my Instagram before this series, I can even go open it right now. I had like 159 followers or something, but now I got like 2,079, bro. I went up almost 2,000 followers from this whole series, okay? But it was actually a slow startup on YouTube, which was funny. Started, you know, picking up traction a couple of days later, and now the first part, since basically I'm doing this for all the Pokemon generations, which is 9. So basically it's a 9-part series. But the one on YouTube is not long for some reason. Has, okay, there we go, has around, yes, 414k views, and it's still growing, which is amazing. And I was really happy, you know. This is the first time like something was blowing up for real for me. Of course, it may not be a long form video, which I would have much preferred, but I'm not going to take away this achievement or success. And I was thinking to myself, it was quite funny, because in the last video I was talking about maybe something crazy happens now after a whole year, and lo and behold, the timing was pretty good as the short series blew up. But I'm not gonna let this get to my head, you know. Think I'm hot shit, get complacent. In fact, I've been trying to drop this one short every single day for this series, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna take a step back. It's gonna want to focus more on the wedlock video and what the next short idea video should be. Trying to look at it from another perspective, that in some way I could reuse this format, but I could pivot into something else, like maybe which Pokemon X, you know, this time was the N-word pass, or which Pokemon could, you know, do this or that, or maybe I do like the smash or passing that Markbite did. Like, I don't, like, it could be anything, but basically the next step from, you know, once the series ends, is looking at something similar I could do, because clearly this format worked, and it's something that isn't really seen in the community, especially Pokemon. You know, some guy rating like all the Pokemons on who can say the N-word and whatnot. It's pretty funny, but essentially, I don't know why I can't speak, bro. What I'm trying to say is that just looking at what the next series or short thing should be, is a good step forward. You know, I've been getting 1,000 subscribers per day, which is crazy. I mean, like literally 2 days ago I was 11k, now I'm at 13k, and obviously it's nice to see your channel grow, but I'm also aware that this is short form viewers. It's not long form viewers. But I don't know how it's going to impact the way with my next long form video. I still expect it to do good, because I doubt that, you know, out of all the 3,000 plus subscribers I've got, none of them check the long form videos. Like, even if it's literally just 1%, like, that's something. But I refuse to believe it's 0%. But something, I guess, that was kind of funny to see as well, that I just made a random community post as well as this series was blowing up. And usually on my post, I get maybe like 5 comments or something, maybe 30 likes on the post, 40. But this one I had where I sent my favorite Pokemons, it has like 746, okay? And the comments are almost at 200. It's exactly at 199, okay? And this shit is still getting comments. Still getting comments. You know, and a lot of people fuck with my taste too, which is nice to see. But I also was like, you know, okay, let's see what the next post is. Let's see what type of engagement the next post will get. And it got way less. This one has about 50 likes, 18 comments, and I'm not upset about that, but I really wanted to see what the I guess the engagement would be, even though you know, the short form series is blowing up. Of course my channel is blowing up in a way, you know, but a short form viewer is very different from a long form viewer. That's just what people have to understand. And I've always sort of struggled and, you know, understand how one can convert all these short form viewers into watching long form. And it was funny enough, because I was actually watching Ludwig. He was at Stream University and he was dropping some fucking gems. I mean, some of his advice I already knew because I was watching a lot of his videos where he talked about how to become a streamer and whatnot, but there's also some nice sort of new information I could take in as well. And basically, just be you. You know, it sounds very fucking basic, but if you're very over the top in a clip and they come to your channel, Twitch channel, whatever it may be, and they see it's not really the same thing, then they will ditch. This N-word pass thing, like, it's not like my videos are just like constructed to be like, oh yeah, hello, today we're gonna be rating, like, no. But it's a part of the way I'm like witty, I guess. I'm not gonna say I was gonna say unfiltered, but just a comedy that's a bit different for what's seen within my space, you know. And I'm just me, always me, you know. But I don't know how much, you know, it translated, like the short reviews translate into watching my long form videos. Like, I didn't see any big spike in a particular video other than maybe the latest one getting a few more likes and views. Nothing too crazy. But I'll have to see how this next Wedlock video does and how it maybe affected the views on it. Since I don't know. I don't really know. But it's really cool though to see that collectively this series has garnished, let's see, I'm counting here, about maybe like, I think 600,000, 700, no, I think it's like around I think it's like 800,000 views. Almost 1 million from this series alone, which is incredible. Puts my name out there. But that was, you know, a big achievement for the Strike community. And it is funny how it happened on the week before we've been doing this for a year, you know. I guess also a nice way to show that you should always just keep on going. Because if I stopped, obviously, whenever I had to make certain plans and decisions, I wouldn't be here talking about this specific event. But I'll have to see what the next step is for. You know, nice. It's just nice to see that something worked. You know, like it really did like work crazy. I was already doing these shiny TikToks where I basically fixed Pokemon shinies, and that also did get a lot of views. It got around 50 to 20k views, but this series just blew that number in like a couple of days, you know. But yeah, also sorry for being late. I just got fucking busy with shit and this series, but I'll be back, and we'll see how next week goes. Sorry, English. But by then I should also be able to finish the Wedlock video, which I'm excited about to make. And yeah, just stuff to look forward to. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next week.